habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bow down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you now.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down, Murray. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Fitzgerald hauling it in for Murray. That catch good for only a couple. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Push him back. Push him back.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
A gain of
big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Murray to give. This is Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this will be incomplete. Wilson. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. This is fielded at the 27. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Drake. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And off his back foot, he'll heave. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
10-10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On 1st and goal, Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
And goal at the Seahawks 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Wilson.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson, escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
from the gun. Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Murray, flush to his right. Touchdown, Arizona.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
All day, just like that, just like that. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. So don't say nothing.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Returnable for Dorsett. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Wilson. Off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
The tackle.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try again with Drake.
4-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They're going for it. Hits Murray, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Cardinals 42. Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable for Dorsett. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Counterplay, Drake. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Cardinals 49, Seahawks nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Philip Dorsett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Wilson's
It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
a gain of 50.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Cardinals 49, Seahawks nothing.
We got this. Hey, check. 50.
Operating from the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. From the gun, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 56, Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 25-yard line.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now.
A very long attempt.
And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Operating from the gun, Murray, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Cardinals 70. Seahawks nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Stepping up, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto the... And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Cardinals 77, Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
43. Check, 43.
Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. Big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. Play action. It's Wilson. Shakes off the sack. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's good.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Arizona, they remain one of the hottest